Hey guys, it's me, Izzy, and I'm coming at you from the office as usual. I said a few weeks back that I had some big news to say, and then I couldn't say it right then, and there was a lot of stuff happened, and it was just like, ah! So I'm finally able to say my big news, which is that I am transferring to a different hospital, but still under the same hospital that I'm at. Like, it's under the same umbrella. They're sister hospitals to each other, and I am going to be an ICU nurse. So that's my big news. I'm going to be an ICU nurse, which is crazy. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it means intensive critical care. ICU stands for intensive critical care unit, and I'm going to be a nurse working in that unit. So right now I work in the med surg floor, which is that anyone that needs to stay overnight well, basically anyone that needs to stay overnight that isn't so sick that they need to be in the ICU, that's the kind of nursing I've done. The patient load is 5 to 1, so I have 5 patients to me. And then in the ICU I'll have 2 patients because their illnesses are so critical that they need to have more focused nursing, if that makes sense. So it was a huge decision. I've been working at the same hospital for 8 years, even though I haven't been a nurse that long there. I was a unit, sorry, I got a text message. I was a unit secretary for 7 years, and then I did an externship with nursing, working under a nurse for about 4 months during my last semester of school. And then I've been doing nursing like on my own since 4th of July was when I got my license. So a couple weeks after that, sorry. All that to say, I've been working at the same hospital for a long time, and it's very sad for me to be leaving there. But I also feel like it was such a huge opportunity to take, and I knew the ICU or ER. I didn't know which one I wanted to go for sure. But I've been thinking about doing ICU for a while, and from like while I was in nursing school, or I was thinking about it even before nursing school when I was doing my prereqs. And so I felt like one of the questions that they asked me during the interview was, what was your 5-year plan, or what is your 5-year plan? And I felt like I didn't have a really good answer for it because my 5-year plan is what I'm doing right now. I thought in 5 years I would have, put in at least a couple of years as med-surg nurse to get my bearings, and then move on after that and start looking and doing different things, and maybe ICU within 5 years. So it was definitely a huge decision to leave my home hospital. I'm excited that I'm still under the same umbrella, so everything stays the same for my vacation and retirement and all that business that I've been doing with them. It's the same because it's just in a different town, but under the same umbrella. And it has a 3-month training period, so I will be working full-time with the preceptor for 3 months in the ICU, as well as 1 extra day of education a week, going over disease processes and I don't even know all the different things. Why am I getting so many text messages right now? I don't usually have a lot of text messages. Anyways, so besides the point, I am really, really excited. Like, just so excited to be doing this new thing, and I feel like it's such a great stepping point for me, but also something that's so completely different from not so different because, like I said, it's under the same hospital unit, but different where I am a new nurse, but I've been working at the same hospital for a long time, so it didn't feel like a huge difference. It just felt like I was moving into a different position. And that's the same thing I'll be doing now, is moving into a different position, but I'll be at a new hospital, I'll be meeting new people, learning new things, seeing new doctors, hopefully getting educated by those doctors. That's been one of the things that when they put me on night shift, that I missed about day shift, was that I no longer had the education pool that I used to have. Like, the doctors that I worked with were very willing to teach, and then they would, they'd be like, hey, have you ever seen this before, or do you know about this process? And I'd be like, no. And so they'd be like, well, come on, let's go into the room. We'll talk to the patient together. And I missed that so much. And I also missed being on days because my sleep schedule wasn't crazy and I was sleeping normal hours. And now it's just been like, my life has been upside down since I started night shift. So having a new position in the ICU, and I'm also going to be on day shift, which is just amazing. I'm really excited about it. And I'm also incredibly terrified because, like I said, ICU is critical care and the patients are going to be a lot sicker than what I've been dealing with so far. And I just now feel like I'm getting, used to what I'm working with now. And it's going to be really intimidating and scary, and I'm going to be second guessing myself at all times. But a 3-month training period of having someone there to double check everything that I'm doing is just going to be amazing. Most hospitals don't give that kind of training to people, whether they're starting in a new unit or not. It's more like 6 weeks and then you're on your own. So I'm excited and I'm scared, and I know it's going to be crazy different, but I'm 30 years old and I'm starting off in my career, and I feel like it's just a great opportunity. And so that's my news. I feel like I didn't mean to build it up, but it was a build up for me. I had a lot of situations where people were not like, there's some people that said you shouldn't do it and some people that said that you should, and I just couldn't make the decision. And then one day I went to the hospital where I will be working, and I asked the educator if I could shadow a nurse one day in the ICU just to see what it was like, because I've never worked in the ICU before. And it was crazy, and crazy in a good way, just something that I felt like fit for me so well. I had 2 patients that passed away, and I had been kind of involved in both cases. Even though I was shadowing, the nurses were like really helping me, they were having me do things at the same time, which was really cool. They were really encouraging, and they pushed me when I felt like I didn't want to do what they were asking me to do. They pushed to get me to do it, and it ended up being really beneficial to my decision making in doing this. So yeah, no one wants to have people die. I don't want my patients to die. I just felt like being able to be there for the family is what part of what nursing is, because you're not just there for the patient, you're there for the family. And I felt like I was making a difference with the family whose family members were passing away at the same time as being there for the patients. And that was an incredible feeling, and I just felt like I was really giving of myself in the way that I've always wanted to be giving of myself in nursing, It's going to be crazy. It's just going to be wild, and I'm just really excited to be doing it. So that starts in June. I'll be moving over there, and as a send-off gift, I felt like another cool thing was that I should go get it, but I'm not going to. I'll show you a picture, the color picture. But anyways, our hospital did a thing where they asked for people to submit a photo to possibly put on the walls of the hospital as artwork, and it was supposed to be black and white. And so I took one of the best pictures that I've ever taken, and submitted it. I turned it into a black and white and submitted it, and it was supposed to be of the area of where I live. And I didn't realize it was a competition, but apparently it was. And out of like 140 or 150 different submissions, I won first place. So that was really cool. And they had a hospital meeting, and the president came over and was talking about the things that we're doing in the hospitals, and at the end they did an unveiling of the 3 top people, and I had the first place. So I got to do that, which is fun. Let me get my picture. So this isn't actually the black and white, this is the colored version, but this is the photo, and it's of grapevines, the vineyard, and I took it of a actual college that's in this town. Because behind where I used to live, the vineyards of that college kind of came up behind where I used to live. So one day I went to take sunrise photos. It was really early in the morning, and I took that one, and out of hundreds of pictures that I've taken over my lifetime, probably thousands of pictures. That one just stood out, and I was just really excited that I won it. And the original is black and white, and they gave me a huge black and white framed one. So yeah, it was pretty cool. So that's my send-off. That's going to be in the hospital that I have been at for 8 years, and I will get to go and see it. And hopefully someday the hospital that I'm at now will open an ICU, and I'll be able to come back to my home place and get to work there. But right now there is no ICU, so I will be driving an hour away to go to this other hospital, which kind of stinks, but you know, I only work 3 days a week, so an extra hour of commute is not quite so bad. So that's my news. Going on really time-wise is a lot, so I'm gonna go. I hope everyone's doing great, and I will see you later. My ending got cut off. Bye!